primary succession. I took this picture, believe it or not, on my way to the Republican National Convention in Cleveland, Ohio, earlier this summer. It's a long story as to why I was there, but I was getting my car engine fixed. There were wild strawberries climbing out onto the sidewalk, one of the first species to invade an obviously hostile territory with thousands of Republicans walking on it daily. All right, so blowdown, wind is a major disturbance. Fire is a major disturbance. Agriculture is a major disturbance. There's already used to be an ecosystem in place. Formerly in this region, this is southwest Wisconsin, it was oak savanna and northern hardwoods that got cleared for prairies and grasslands that got plowed to turn into corn and beans and alfalfa to get exposed to the wind and the rain to wash into the streams. We had 2.5 inches of rain last night. Now, how does succession work? This is the stuff that really I kind of get off on. Read through this as we go, and I'm going to try to explain what's so awesome about it. It's like you're working with 75,000 different colors of clay, and we have things with different life cycles. Some grow fast, some grow slow, some take 3 years, 5 years, 10 years. It's a function of an interaction of multitudes of different species with radically different life histories and different regeneration and survival strategies. And they're all determined somewhat genetically by the plants. And there's almost limitless possibilities for the differences between the species in their requirements for regeneration. And there's a number of different ways that one plant community can replace another plant community, almost unlimited varieties of ways. And what's interesting is these life history traits and genetic adaptations, they're actually selected for by the site conditions. And so the site conditions kind of determine what happens to the plant communities, which plant communities can even exist there in the first place. And then the plant communities, as they change through time, their offspring are now changing, and they are too. They're changing the site itself. So the organisms change the site, and the site kind of dominates and controls what can be expressed in those particular organisms, and it goes on and on and on a million different ways. There is a certain fallacy being spread within permaculture circles that all things cooperate, and everything's cooperating with one another to make a greater good. Well, if we do some tests, we can actually show that there is competition between species, even within species. There's also cooperation between species. Mutualism is what it's called. And there's also a lot of neutral interactions. There's all three different things are expressed. It's not just all cooperation. So how does this all work? Imagine juggling 150,000 juggling balls all at the same time and somehow managing to keep most of them in the air.